Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. I'm Judy Bullymore, interview expert, executive CV and resume writer, and career coach. I have put together this it's a short one today, live video stroke event because I've had this on my mind for a while and I thought now's the time to do it. Now's the time to really explain my perspectives when it comes to applying and interviewing, because time and time again, people will say that they're applying and they're not getting shortlisted for jobs that they know that they can do, that they've got their experience for, that they've got the passion and the desire to do. But what's happening is that's not being communicated through their application documents. And for a long time, I've known the answer. I've known why that is. And it's because a lot of the hints and the tips that are given to career seekers, to job seekers right now, are usually from the perspective of the recruiter or the employer. And you can see why, because they're trying to communicate out to candidates what they want to see. And they want to make their jobs easy because they get lots and lots of applications, and it's their job to put the best in front of their clients, which are the employers that they're working with. But that is not helpful as such to the person who's having to write their CV, update their CV or resume and apply it, because that requires confidence in your own abilities. That involves you saying to yourself, yes, I can do it. And that involves the person putting all of their strengths, all of their achievements into that document and conveying that really important impression. And that is easier said than done, as we know. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use the analogy of, get ready for this, guys. Here is a rock, a boring, huge rock that I've picked from my garden. It's a rock. And I want you to look at this, because this is what CVs are and resumes are today. They are dull, they are boring, they are overly factual, and they are lacking a lot. Now, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. And let's look at this. And let's compare these things to this rock. If I can carry it. There is a reason why certain applications, certain CVs, certain resumes get shortlisted, and that candidate gets put forward to the next round of screening or interviews as opposed to others. And it's not always about skills and experience. There are so many dynamics that are involved in creating a positive, strong enough, lasting impression, as well as the evidence and the strategy that makes it easy for an employer or an interviewer or a recruiter to look at that application and go, yes, this person, we need this person, I'm going to put forward this person. And it is not just simply listing what you've done in a few bullet points. What I really want to convey here is that most applications, most CVs are lacking in depth that you would find in a gem, in a stone, in a mineral. They're not only do they have the color, not only are they great to look at, they're great to feel as well, but they've got depth. And it's not just kind of like a generic word or a generic look. They've got their own style, they've got their own magic. Each crystal, each mineral will have an energy and a function. And if more people were to liken their application forms in this way, you will find that you'll get shortlisted more. because you are a one-of-a-kind individual. And when you are applying for a role, the role of the recruiter, the role of the employer is to shortlist the people that have similar skills and similar experience. And then from that list, they're looking for the best. So they're looking for the experience that really packs a punch, that proves, oh, okay, this person not only can demonstrate that they can do what we've asked for, there's something else. A lot of the time they're looking for something else that they're not communicating, whether that's passion, whether that's personality, whether that's alignment, whether that's they're trying to get the most out of their pool of candidates. So if you've got a pool of candidates that have got the same old generic words, the same old generic look to their CV or their resume, that's going to be much more easier to kind of pass by. Very difficult to pass by something that has an aura, has an energy about it. And how do you add aura, energy, being memorable through your applications, through your resume, through your CV? Lots of different ways. So here's a few to help you. If you want to get your personality into your applications, and if you get your personality in, what it will do is it will demonstrate alignment. So if the role is asking for somebody who's a people person, or they're asking for somebody who's analytical, or they're asking for somebody who's a great negotiator, the best way of showing that is through demonstrating what kind of a person you are, because there's only one of you. So what is your energy? What is the essence of you? What is your reputation? What are you known for? What makes you you? Because that's the kind of thing that you want to be getting in on your CV, in your resume, on your applications, and in your interview. And if you don't tap into it, then they're not going to feel it. And that goes for your brand. You know, a lot of this is to do with branding. Even if you was to choose what you are out of these three things, is there any that actually you align to more than another? Because there'll be a reason for that. It's a lot of being able to get shortlisted amongst the competition is about knowing yourself, being really, really self-aware, and then stepping into your unique attributes. And you're not going to do that if all you're presenting, all you're showing is this kind of one-sided, like boring, generic, what everybody else is putting in, choosing the same words that everybody else puts in, putting it in the same layout that everybody else puts it in. If you was to not follow a CV format and you wasn't to follow the same wording that's used, like, okay, what's my kind of bugbears? I'm a great whatever. I'm a team player. I have demonstrable experience in. You know, those kinds of words are so annoying, because if you was actually to break down what a great team player actually means, it's that you want to be listing. What makes you a great team player? Is it that you're a great listener? Is it the fact that you're the one who sees everything full and not empty? Are you the glue that holds the team together? Are you the motivator? Are you the one that's relied upon to get something done? Because when you tap into what makes what your skills actually mean, what the impact is, what the value is, then you're starting to create a picture of what an employer gains by choosing you. And simply listing what you've achieved in a kind of dull and boring way isn't going to get you shortlisted. So what I'm really encouraging you to do is to know the difference between how you position yourself, how you package yourself, and not doing it in a way that everybody else does, but trusting that you have your own unique way, and that you want that document that you're saying, this is me, this is what I've achieved, to do you justice. So my parting question to you is, when you're submitting your resume or your CV, how do you feel? Do you feel like, just thinking of what is on your resume or your CV right now, do you feel proud of what's on it? Do you feel proud of what you've achieved? And do you feel excited to submit it? Do you feel like, yeah, I've got my best bits, I've put my best foot forward here? Or do you feel like it's kind of like a lifeless piece of paper or something that's on your computer that you just hope, you like, your fingers are crossed, you're like, I hope this works, but to be honest, I'm not sure about what's on it? Because if it's the latter, then what I would encourage you to do is tap into your unique, one-of-a-kind diamonds, jewels, minerals, crystals, whatever you want to call it, whatever analogy works for you, and kind of play to your strengths, because you're going to have loads of things that make you the one-of-a-kind individual that you are. The art of a really strong application CV or resume is to show it. So I hope that you found this very quick whistle-stop tour into the difference between a rock and a mineral and a crystal and how it relates to career success. I hope you get my analogy and that you understand why it's important to be self-aware and to tap into your strengths and the difference that it will make when it becomes to the point where you're being shortlisted and having to kind of show and compete against other people with similar skills, similar experiences, how you actually rise above that and show at first glance that you're the person that needs to be put forward for interview or for the next stage. I hope that you see where I'm going with this. Now, if you want to find out any more about what I do, how I can help, if you've got career ambitions, if you're applying and interviewing right now and you want to do so with more confidence, more resilience, and kind of a strategy that gets you shortlisted or increases your job offer, then contact me or check out my website, judybullymore.com. And within this live, within what you're watching, there should be in the notes a link to find out more about my flagship program, the Expert Career Success Mentorship. So you just show your diamonds, your jewels, your minerals for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week going forward, and have lots of trust and faith in yourself, because as I keep saying, you are a wonderful, one-of-a-kind individual, and that needs to be shown through the whole application process, from your CV or application, at interview, and then when you're actually in the job that you want. All right then, hope you found this useful. Bye.